Danny
Minister, this is a very serious bill that's going to have serious implications for farmers, and especially small farmers in rural Ireland, predominantly the west of Ireland. And things are very bad as it is, and hard enough for people to survive and to make ends meet. And then the other problem, to entice the young generation to follow in their footsteps. Because with what's going on now, there's no effort at all being made to assist farmers. We should be talking about the price of fertiliser, Minister, and what is costing people. But this register, it's clearly, it's evident that the purpose of this is not for fun, but to ensure, this is again green policy, to ensure that farmers will have to, you're saying that you're not bringing in any program to make farmers reduce their herds, but you're doing it by in another guise, you're doing it in another way. I mean, it's evident, Minister, that in any year, if we're going to restrict farmers to so much fertiliser, and he hasn't told us yet what that limit is going to be, but this register is not for the fun of it. He will tell them what, and that will be the next legislation or the next part of your programme. He will tell them what they will only be allowed to spread. And in any year, because I've been a farmer, I'm a farmer too, grass growth is different. In some years you'd have to put out way less fertiliser, and in another year you'd have to put out way more because it doesn't work. Frost or snow or whatever, and then in the heat it won't work, and there's so many differences. And at the time you'd want the grass to grow, it wouldn't grow without it won't grow without fertiliser, and so often the fertiliser doesn't work, and in that way farmers will have to reduce their stock. And there's no concern at all amongst you about food security. We even hear now in California, it's $1 for an egg. For one egg, $12 for a dozen eggs. That's what it is. And it won't be long till things like that be here, because we must register hens now, we must have a herd number to have hens, and all this carry on. I mean, you're just letting the people behind you. And Minister, I have to say to you, in rural Ireland, people, as well as voted for the Healy-Raes, who we're very proud of that they do vote for us, they have voted for Fianna Fáil, and they still do, and they voted for Fine Gael. But here levy him down at the behest of the Greens. He'll pay a high price for the positions that he secured by getting them to back you, because they're getting everything they wanted. And the people of Oireachtas at the rural people's expense. And just take the great man Terence that supplies the veterinary products at Mayor Matt. He'll be gone with this bill. And the Vits didn't look for this. The Vits have enough to do. The Vits have plenty to do, Minister, without putting the more red tape and responsibility on them, and the problems for the farmers make it harder for them to access the doses and the drenches that they need. They were able to do two things at the one time, maybe at the mat, but now you're going to close down Terence and a lot more Terences, and instead of talking about the cost of fertiliser or try to help them, this is what we're trying to do with them: paralyse them further and drive them down into the ground more so than they have been already. Thank you very much, Cahill.
Thank you, Deputy.